Weekly Wonder. Today, we are going to learn about what detectives do to get some clues. We are going to do fingerprinting. So for today's activity, you will need cornstarch or some kind of other very fine powder, like baby powder. You will need some tape. You'll need dark paper and some makeup brushes. We got the makeup brushes.
And the makeup brushes are so soft you want paper sand.
Yes, so true. Okay, so what we're gonna do first, guys, we're gonna put a little bit, just a little bit of powder on your fingers. Yeah, can you paint some powder on your fingers? Once you have a little bit of powder on your fingers, what it'll do is it'll take some packing tape.
Oh, I lost my powder.
And you're gonna try to take the powder off. We're hoping that it leaves it some kind of print. Let's see if it does.
Do I look like I'm in bacon?
Oh, it does. It works. Let's see. Okay, these are Gus's.
I stole your powder. I'm stealing.
And then you put it down
I'm stealing
on the dark paper. Okay, now we have our family's fingerprints right here. And so let's look at them. Did you know everyone's fingerprints are different?
No.
That's why.
Look,
that has swirls. Yeah.
Says he did it hard, and look, mine has swirls.
Does yours have swirls? Yes, but it's not the exact same kind of swirl. Okay, so now you get to be a detective. So what you're going to do is you're going to do the same thing as on your fingers, but we're going to do it on places around the house. Things that get touched a lot, like handles, walls. Unfortunately, our walls get touched a lot. What you're going to do is you're going to brush some powder on there and then take the tape and try to lift the fingerprint off and put it on the dark paper. Let's see what our detectives have been able to get.
The study of fingerprints is called dactylography, and it has fascinated people for centuries. When babies are in the womb, fingerprints start to form. Depending on how fast your fingers grow, that will determine the basic shape of your fingerprint. There are lots of other factors to take in that determine the more minute details of your fingerprint, like the pressure, the density, the fluid, where the baby is in the womb. All those things are things that determine the littler details in your fingerprint. Fingerprints are used to help you pick things up. All those little ridges on your fingerprint create friction to help you grip things tightly. It's amazing that everyone's fingerprints are different, even twins. Because everyone's fingerprints are different, that's how they catch a lot of criminals. Like we did with the fridge and all those other stuffs. That's what the police or the FBI do. They brush powder on whatever the criminal touched and then use that with the government to figure out who did it.
Okay, now you get to try being a dactylographer. In thinking about using dactylography, what mysteries in your own life do you think you could solve? For example, I'm thinking I need to do some fingerprinting to figure out who keeps taking all the fruit snacks from the pantry even though I've hidden them every time. This week, study your fingerprints. Download our data collection sheet and fill it out. We want to know what you wonder in regards to fingerprinting and dactylography. Email it back to me by Friday to be part of our follow-up.
Tune in next week for another Weekly Wonder.